Hey, this is Amanda, and today I'm going to be using outdoor marine and awning canvas to redo these wicker chairs that I've left outside and have pretty much gotten ruined. The metal frame will last forever, so the outdoor is going to be a great match for that. I want them to be like slingback chairs, so I'm going to remove these metal bars. Plus, they aren't that comfortable under the seat anyway, so I think it's going to be a good idea just to get rid of them. So I don't have any experience with dangerous angle grinders, so I'm getting some help. So now the bars are gone, and I've filed down and make it smooth and use some spray paint, and it's like the bars were never there. The seat is about 19 inches wide, and the length appears to be about 40 inches, which I'm going to double because the fabric is going to loop around the chair. I'm going to add 2 inches to my width so I can fold it over. And I'm using the hot knife to cut along the chalk line so I get a nice sealed seam. And then the other edge is actually going to be the selvage edge, so that will be perfect as well for folding over. The hot knife will prevent any fraying on the exposed edge. I've ironed my folds and I'm applying our seam tape to hold them in place. You can also use fusible tape, but our seam tape works great for this. I'm sure you can see that I've gotten a little bit of lint and chalk on my fabric, but I'm just not going to worry about that until I'm done with my project because it easily brushes off of this outdoor fabric. So I'm just continuing along the long edges with my seam tape, getting everything secure and pressed in place. Then I'm going to move on to the top and the bottom, which I've allowed for a bit extra. This is going to fold over about 2 inches here, and then on the other end I've got a bit more to work with because I want to put it on the chair and kind of see how much slack I want to have and be able to adjust for that, because I've never made one of these chairs before, and I just, I want it to be comfortable. I don't want it to be too tight. I want it to be nice and slouchy. So that's about how much I was able to fold over once I figured out how much slack I wanted. And I'm going to put my eyelets in. I chose just to do 7 for no real reason, just that I like the way that 7 looked. So it's going to be 2 rows here, and that goes around the top bar, and then there's going to be 1 row of eyelets on the other end. This is just a cheap little kit of eyelets I got at the craft store, and I used just a dumbbell for my mallet. Getting it on the chair, getting the first one is a little bit tricky, but once you get that one on, it's easy to do. I'm using paracord. It's just a color that matched that I saw at the hardware store. I think it's good for outdoor use. And I'm just lacing this on. I've got the 3 layers. It's going through 3 layers of eyelets there. You can't really see the one that's wedged in the middle, but that one's really keeping it secure on the chair, so that one's important. I'm just tying it off, and you can play with how you want it laced around. It doesn't have to be straight. You could do over the bar or whatever. And that's really all there is to it. So if you have a slingback chair that you want to redo, you can use the same exact approach, using the eyelets and not sewing. It'll work great. And I love that you can take it off and clean it if you need to, and it's actually a really comfortable chair. Thanks for checking out the video.